Bola again, and welcome to the third in our series of training videos on nurseries. In order to grow healthy seedlings, the nursery operator must start with a proper seed raising mix. In this video, we will introduce you to the basics of what makes a good seed raising mix. We will also show you some examples of ingredients that can be used. Finally, we will introduce a method for sterilizing your seed raising mix to ensure that it's free from disease and weed seeds. There are four basics of a good seed raising mix. These are: 1. It provides an anchor for plant roots. A good seed raising mix has enough organic matter that the roots of the seedling have something to grab a hold of and anchor themselves to. This is particularly important during transplanting, when the seedling is removed from the tray or bag. If the seed raising mix is not correct, then all the soil will fall away and you are left with a bare-rooted plant. 2. It provides drainage and air space for the plant. A healthy seedling must have a seed raising mix that is well drained and provides space for air around the roots. This will help prevent common root diseases. 3. It provides some food for the plants. It is important that the seed raising mix have some nutrient included that will provide food for the growing seedling. And 4. It is clean of disease and weed seeds. A good seed raising mix should be clean of disease and weed seeds, which will ensure that the young seedling can reach its full potential in the nursery. You can buy a good seed raising mix from the agriculture supply shop, which will meet all of these basic requirements. However, these are often quite expensive, and the nursery operator may choose to make their own seed raising mix from ingredients found around them. Some good materials for a seed raising mix may include good riverbank soil. This supplies drainage, some anchor for the plant, and some fertilizer. Well composted animal manure. This supplies some fertilizer, particularly nitrogen, and some anchor for the plant roots. Well composted vegetable or garden waste. This provides fertilizer like nitrogen and a good anchor for the plant roots. Broken down coconut husk, which has been grated, provides a good anchor for plant roots. Rich topsoil found under trees provides a fertilizer and a good anchor for plant roots. There's no single recipe for the best seed raising mix, and nursery operators will often have to use the ingredients that they can find around them. A good seed raising mix should provide an anchor for the plant roots, drainage and air space, food for the growing plant, and it should be free from disease and weed seeds. In Fiji, some good nurseries have their own recipes of seed raising mix. Sant Kumar of Bulla Agro Nurseries in Nandi uses the following materials for his vegetable seed raising mix: 1 part composted pig manure, sterilized; 1 part riverbank soil, sterilized; ½ part Yates potting mix; 1 tuna can of NPK fertilizer, 13-13-21. Nandi Bay Herbs, located in Nasoso, Nandi, uses the following recipe: 1 part riverbank soil treated, 1 part Yates potting mix. Remember, the right ingredients make a good seed raising mix, which will result in good growth and healthy seedlings. It's very important to sterilize your seed raising mix to ensure that it's free from disease and weed seeds. If you're buying a seed raising mix from the shop, it's already clean. But when you're collecting and mixing your own ingredients, it's very important to sterilize it. One way to clean your seed raising mix that you make on the farm is to use a drum steam sterilizer. You can sterilize the made-up mix or just the components that are not already clean. A drum sterilizer is simple to make using materials found around the farm and is good for small or medium-sized nurseries. A larger nursery may have difficulty sterilizing enough mix in a short period of time. Steps to making and using a drum sterilizer. First, you will need a 44-gallon drum placed on top of blocks. Light a fire. Place blocks inside the drum. Following that, place a wire mesh on top of the blocks. This will separate the seed raising mix from the water in the bottom of the drum. Once that is done, pour in some water. Next, place a fly screen inside the drum. A steam distributor is then placed in the center. This will help distribute heat throughout the soil. With that done, fill the drum with your seed raising mix. When the drum is filled, place wet sacks on top to cover the soil. Close the drum with a lid and let it cook. The seed raising mix must cook for long enough that the center reaches a temperature of 80 degrees. As the soil heats, you will see steam rising. There you will have seen the basics of what makes a good seed raising mix. It's simple, and you don't need any sophisticated or expensive materials to do it. And this brings us to the end of our series on nurseries. We hope you have benefited from what you have seen in these videos, and we wish you all the best as you go out there and start your nursery.